Hello, this is Hussam Ghanem, and now I'm going to help you with related rates. Okay, in this problem we have a coffee that is draining into a pot. Draining from the cone into a pot, of course. So, the coffee is flowing at a rate of 10 cubic inches per minute, right? Of course here the dimensions of the system are given, so you get the base of the cone has a diameter of 6 inches, a height of 6 inches, and then the base of the cylinder, which is the pot, has a diameter of 6 inches. Now, the first question asks, how fast is the level of coffee in the pot rising when the level in the cone is 5 inches? Now, this is just a bit tricky because they give you the height in the cone, but you're going to find out that you don't really need it. So, to solve the first question, we have to find the relationship, which is actually just the volume, right? So what is the volume of the cylinder? It's just V sub P for the pot equals pi r squared times h, right? It's the area of the base times height. Now, to find the relationship or how fast the level is rising, we just take the derivatives of both sides, right? We find the change in respect to time. So, change in height, of course. So, dV dt is equal to, now what is that? It's going to be 2 pi r dr dt, right, times h plus pi r squared dh dt. Sorry, I'm getting too close to the question. Okay, now here this thing is just saying that the radius is changing through time. I mean, the rate at which the radius changes in respect to time. Well, it's a cylinder. The radius never changes. Okay, so this is actually 0, which will make the whole expression over here a 0, because it's all multiplication. Now, we're left with dV dt is equal to pi r squared dh dt, right? Change in height in respect to time. Now, the diameter of the base is 6, so what is the radius? Well, it's 3. So this is going to be 3 squared, which is 9. Now, what is dV dt? Well, we have it over here. It's 10 cubic inches per minute, right? So 10 divided by, I'm just doing algebra real quick, 9 pi is equal to dH dt. Nicely done. Here, this is a number, of course. So whatever you get, just plug into the calculator and you'll get something. Okay, now the first question is solved. We come to the second question. The second question says, how fast is the level of coffee in the cone dropping when h is equal to 5? Here, we actually gonna need the height. So, well, first we have to find the relationship, of course, just like we did over here. So, V sub C, C for the cone, equals to 1/3 pi r squared times h. Well, it's just 1/3 the volume of the cylinder. So, here we have two variables. It's gonna be really hard to find the the rate at which the height changes. So what we're gonna do is just find a relationship between height and radius. If you notice here, the triangular shape of the cone will actually determine the relationship between the radius and the height. So this is r, which is actually 3, because it's half the diameter, and this is 6, which is the height. So tangent of theta, this is theta of course, tangent of theta is equal to 3/6, which is 1/2. Now, here we're going to find the relationship. Tangent of theta is equal to r/h. r is equal to h tangent of theta. Well, tangent of theta is 1/2, so r is equal to h/2. We found the relationship. Now we have one variable. If we plug this in for r, we're going to have one variable. So v sub c is equal to 1/3 pi times h/2 squared times h. This is 2. Now we can just do some algebra to simplify. So v sub c is equal to 1/3 pi h cubed over 4. So this is just, I just, squared this one and then multiplied it by h. You get h cubed. So now we can simply take the derivatives of both sides, just like we did over here. So dv dt is equal to what? This is going to be 3. This 3 will divide out. So you get pi h squared over 4 dh dt. Now you do just some little algebra. Oh, here. dv dt here is given. So it's 10 divided by pi h squared over 4. H is 5. It's given over here. This is why they gave you the height at that instant, because the radius actually changes all the time. So they give you at instant points. What is that going to be? It's just going to be is equal to dh dt. That's going to be 10 divided by 25 pi divided by 4 is equal to dh dt. And if you want to simplify that more, this is going to equal to 40 over 25 pi. Again, whatever this is, it's going to be a number. You find the rate at which the height changes. Problem solved.